Hello, NBA fans. Daily news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a fan of the Lakers show and I hope you'll subscribe to the channel and give it a like. Would a proposal with Austin Reeves, Dalton Knecht, Rui Hachimura, and 2 first-round picks be enough to sign and trade Giannis with this trade package? Even though the Lakers will have to trade Austin Reeves to try to trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo, it will be a phenomenal deal because Giannis Antetokounmpo and Luka Doncic together will be unstoppable. And could this happen in 2026? It could, if Giannis Antetokounmpo asks for a trade and wants to play in the purple and gold. The Los Angeles Lakers have so many question marks surrounding the team heading into the 2025-26 season. More news: Warriors GM reveals timeline for Steve Kerr's future in Golden State. For one, LeBron James is set to miss the start of the season with sciatica. A competitive Western Conference means the Lakers will have to hold it down without the superstar. Luka Doncic's leadership will have to be on full display as the Lakers make the organizational transition with the 26-year-old at the helm. LA is shifting gears with Doncic as the face of the franchise, and Lakers insider Jovan Buha believes the team's new perspective could lead to making a trade for Milwaukee Bucks star Giannis Antetokounmpo. So, I wonder if the Lakers' recent shift toward being more of a short-term or like win-now mode is maybe in part due to Luka's success in Eurobasket, Buha said. But I think more so maybe gaining some intel that some of the big fish they were hoping to catch are not going to be available or as available as they thought. I think the Lakers got to be careful with how they position themselves for the future because it's tough to find a Giannis trade. So if that for whatever reason just can't happen, and Milwaukee refuses to play ball with New York, then the Lakers can swoop in and potentially offer a competitive package. They will have 3 draft picks as of next summer. So could you do something with Austin Reeves, and 3 picks and Dalton Knecht, and Rui Hachimura, sign and trade or something? Could you get in the mix for Giannis with that trade package? Maybe. I think there are teams that can outbid them for sure, especially with draft capital, but it just depends what Milwaukee wants and how they view things. More news: Warriors' $37.5 million guard suffers injury, undergoing MRI. The Lakers have the pieces to make an enticing package for Antetokounmpo, however, it depends on how highly they'd view LA's first-round picks or their current trade pieces like Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, and Dalton Knecht, to name a few. DeAndre Ayton taking pride in being Lakers' starting center and anchor of defense. DeAndre Ayton got to play in front of the Crypto.com arena crowd as a member of the Los Angeles Lakers for the first time on Sunday night and flashed what he was capable of. In the Lakers' 126-116 win over the Golden State Warriors, Ayton played 26 minutes and finished with 14 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals and 1 block on 6 of 8 shooting. If the Lakers are going to have success this season, then they will need some production out of the center position on both ends of the floor, and providing that is something Ayton takes pride at, via Spectrum Sportsnet. Just really changing the narrative of protecting the rim on the defensive end. JJ has really put an emphasis that he wants his bigs protecting the rim, so I'm just trying to be a big part of that. Let the world know and the league know that I'm the Lakers center and I'm the anchor of the defense. Ayton previously played for the Phoenix Suns and Portland Trail Blazers, so he is used to hearing boos when playing at Crypto.com arena. He enjoyed being on the receiving end of cheers this time around though. Most definitely, I wanted to come home and feel the fans and feel that energy. So today was a good little warm-up. I know it's not an official game, but they definitely showed some love to me and I enjoyed it. I played hard today, got a good sweat in and we got the dub. Ayton came to the Lakers with the right mentality, putting the team first and wanting to prove his value on the court. He hasn't even played with Luka Doncic and LeBron James, but the 27-year-old is showing his potential so far this preseason, and if things continue to trend this way, he could be in for a huge year. JJ Redick breaks down DeAndre Ayton's role with Lakers. DeAndre Ayton has been filling his role perfectly this preseason, and Lakers head coach JJ Redick recently broke down what exactly he wants from his starting center. I think it's important for him to touch the basketball because we're going to ask a lot of him as a screener and a rim runner and the anchor of our defense, so there has to be some level of freedom. We've had 4 practices, we haven't talked about shot selection or what we're trying to get. It's hard when your 2 best players are not on the floor. AR of course didn't play the other night. I think as we get through the next, I guess it's 15 days now before we play our first game, everybody's roles and responsibilities will be clearly defined. I think for all our bigs their ability to put pressure on the rim as a runner and as a lob threat is really important. And with DeAndre he gives us something that we didn't have last year post-trade, which is if teams do go to Reds switches, he historically, and we've seen it in practice, he historically has been great at punishing smaller defenders at the front of the rim. Forgotten Lakers forward is soaring toward Alex Caruso level breakout. Vondo could be the next Caruso. The Los Angeles Lakers have been impressed by Jared Vanderbilt in the first 2 preseason games, and he could be trending towards a defensive breakout like Alex Caruso made. Lakers fans loved Caruso, but it wasn't until his age 28 season that he got all defensive buzz. Vondo has barely played the last 2 years, but the 26-year-old could just be starting his breakout into the next lockdown defender that only plays 20 to 25 minutes per game. The defense stood out in the first 2 preseason games. Vanderbilt is everywhere, including having 9 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals in 21 minutes against the Warriors. He created havoc all over the floor in a matchup against Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler. Vondo's energy and effort have been impressive, and the Lakers are certainly rethinking their rotation plans. LeBron James will be out to start the regular season, which creates a wide-open starting spot for Vanderbilt. He has already proven healthy after playing just 65 total games in the last 2 seasons. This looks like the breakout year where Vondo finally gets the deserved recognition for his elite defense. Jared Vanderbilt is on his way to an Alex Caruso-level breakout. Vondo is never going to be an all-star or one of the best players on a title team. His subpar jumper has not been fixed, and his offensive game is limited. The Lakers need him to cut, set screens, and make defenders pay when they don't guard him. That is the only way LA can maximize his defensive contributions. Caruso was a streaky shooter early in his career. He made 33.3% or worse from three-point range in 3 of his first 5 NBA seasons. It wasn't until he got to Chicago that Caruso found his jumper and stayed healthy enough to get all defensive love. Lakers fans will see Vondo picking up 94 feet and guarding every position this season. That is what elite defenders do. The 6 feet 8 inches forward won't turn down a challenge and will use his advantages to make it difficult for even the league's best scorers. Do not expect Vanderbilt to suddenly become a plus 3-point shooter, but he is on Caruso's level defensively. He must stay healthy and make a nightly impact. Vondo may be asked to shut down Nikola Jokic in the conference semifinals and keep Anthony Edwards in check in the West Finals like Caruso did in 2025. He is proving ready to fill those shoes and would likely become a Lakers fan favorite just like Caruso. The Los Angeles Lakers have been impressed with Jared Vanderbilt so far. For the first time since 2023, he looks healthy and ready to make a massive contribution. Head coach JJ Redick is planning the ideal role, and Vondo looks primed to deliver. He may even make Lakers fans forget about Alex Caruso as they sing his praises. LA desperately needs a lockdown defender, and Vanderbilt is ready to deliver. Stay locked in because the best is still yet to come. Luka Doncic emphasizes next man-up mentality with LeBron James out. Luka Doncic came into this season as the number 1 option for the Los Angeles Lakers, but there was an expectation that LeBron James would be his co-star. Unfortunately, James is expected to miss time with a sciatica on his right side, and now it elevates Doncic's responsibilities even more to begin the year. As a 26-year-old, Doncic is no stranger to leading a team in production, but it is completely different doing so in a Lakers jersey. But, with new additions in DeAndre Ayton, Jake LaRavia, and Marcus Smart, the Lakers players should help make the Slovenian star's life a little bit easier. It stings to lose a 4-time champion before the regular season starts, and Doncic discussed what the Lakers can do to make up for LeBron's absence. It's a big change, the All-NBA guard said after practice on Saturday. He's a great player. He can help us a lot. But at the end of the day, our mentality needs to be next man up. We got a group of guys that have been practicing and hopefully LeBron can join us as soon as possible. We are going to obviously need him. But our mentality has got to be next man up. That's it. One could worry about Doncic's workload as he will be responsible for creating and orchestrating the team's offense, but he does not view it through that lens. I don't view it that way, Doncic said when asked if he feels he needs to do more. I just want to play basketball. If I do less, if I do more, whatever it takes for me to get a win. Fortunately, LA opens up with a favorable schedule and does not have to run through a gauntlet without James. However, there will definitely be struggles as players try to learn how to play with one another and hone in on head coach JJ Redick's schemes. On the other hand, if there is a player who can plug and play, it is the 23-year veteran. He is a dynamic star who can mold his playstyle to accommodate to the roster's needs. Hopefully, the Lakers can establish winning habits early with Doncic as the sole number one option and James returns to strengthen those habits. JJ Redick hopeful LeBron James won't miss too much time. Training camp and the preseason have not treated the Lakers kindly as players have been sidelined due to injuries, resulting in missed opportunities to have on-court reps before the regular season starts, which could come back to haunt them. 3 LeBron James bold predictions for 2025-26 Lakers season. Ahead of the start of the 2025-26 NBA season for the Lakers, it's time for us to release our bold predictions for LeBron James. With the 2025-26 NBA season just right around the corner, there will be plenty of eyes on LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers this upcoming season. With LeBron James playfully flirting with retirement, we'll be making our bold predictions for the King for this upcoming Lakers season. James is about to enter an unprecedented 23rd year in the NBA, and he will turn 41 just a couple of months into the season. Even so, judging by his play from last season, he's shown no signs of a drop-off in play. James was named to his 21st All-Star selection while making it 22 consecutive seasons, his entire career, of averaging 20-plus points per game. One of the major questions surrounding James is how long can he continue this level of play? Going back to last season, James started to show potential cracks in the armor. He dealt with some injury issues that caused him to miss a total of 10 games. And coming into the 2025-26 season, James is officially out for at least 3 to 4 weeks as he deals with sciatica. With that said, let's move on to our bold predictions for LeBron James as the Lakers tip off a new season. LeBron James continues his streak of All-Star appearances. There is only one season so far in his career that LeBron James has not been an All-Star, and that was his rookie year in 2003 to 2004. Since then, James has been a staple on the NBA's All-Star team with a string of 22 consecutive appearances. There is one thing that could potentially derail James' quest for another All-Star appearance, and that's injuries. His absence from the Lakers' preseason lineup is mildly concerning in that his sciatica issue isn't something that he's dealt with before. Although James was named to the All-Star team last season, he chose to sit out the game to prioritize rest for the second half of the Lakers season. But with a good portion of the All-Star voting coming from the fan vote, there is no realistic scenario in which James is not named to the midseason showcase. Whether or not he actually plays is another question. LeBron James puts in another season of averaging 20-plus points. During LeBron James' rookie season with the Cleveland Cavaliers, he came out of the gates averaging 20.9 points. That's been his lowest points per game average in his career as James has not averaged under 24 a game since then. Before last season, he had not averaged less than 25 points per game since his rookie season. With Luka Doncic on the team and the continued emergence of Austin Reeves, James does not have to shoulder as much of the offensive load. But even so, he remains one of the most gifted and formidable offensive threats in the league. He's refined his offensive game to where he really does not have any weaknesses. Even his three-point shot has become an area of strength. Expect James' points per game to continue to hover around the 24 to 25 point mark. It could drop slightly, but will not dip under 20 points. LeBron James does not retire after the 2025-26 season. Regardless of how the Lakers season turns out, the number one question on everybody's mind is when will LeBron James decide to hang it up? This offseason, James ended up opting into his contract for 2025 to 26, ensuring that he will hit unrestricted free agency at the end of the season. To this point, James has been tight-lipped in terms of laying down a timeline for how long he will potentially play. The main thing he said going back to last season is that he knows it's sooner rather than later. But during Lakers Media Day, James mentioned how it's his love for the game that keeps him going. Playing alongside Doncic has the potential to extend James' career, and regardless of where the Lakers finish at the end of the season and into the playoffs, James will once again find that itch and that love of the game. J.J. Redick impressed with Adou-Thiero's athleticism but emphasizes caution with knee injury. When the Los Angeles Lakers traded up twice in the second round of the 2025 NBA draft, it was clear they had their eyes on a prospect. That turned out to be Adou-Thiero, a tenacious wing defender out of Arkansas. When looking at highlights of Thiero's game, his athleticism immediately jumps off the page along with his strength. He possesses a physical playstyle on the defensive end, getting up into players to force turnovers. Unfortunately, LA has not been able to see if it translates to the NBA level yet due to the 21-year-old managing a knee injury. He sat out all of Summer League and has not yet been able to suit up this preseason. But, a video was released by the Lakers recently showing Thiero dunking and his head was at the rim at peak elevation. Head coach J.J. Redick caught wind of this and was blown away by how athletic his rookie forward is. "Yeah, it's insane," Redick said after practice on Saturday. "I mean, head at the rim. It's insane." Seeing Thiero throw down a dunk of that magnitude gives off the illusion that he is nearly ready to play. However, Redick is still not sure when the rookie will suit up for the purple and gold and emphasized caution. "I mean, he's been a modified participant," the Lakers coach said. "He's been a participant in everything but live. That, I don't have a good answer for. I know we're gonna really take our time with making sure all of his biomechanics are correct so that any swelling that he's getting in that knee, kind of shut that off and kind of look out for his long-term health." Considering Thiero has not yet been able to suit up, it's hard to imagine him earning a rotation role until later in the season. With LA's exhibition schedule coming to a close on October 17, it remains to be seen if Thiero will be able to suit up at all. The Lakers could use more athleticism and he provides that, but the rookie needs to get healthy first. Whether it be with LA or the South Bay Lakers, hopefully, Thiero can get on the court sooner rather than later to finally begin his professional career.